Hello everybody, my name is Jim, this is More Sunshine Please, and this is my Tuesday evening live stream. Let's see. The chat is up, I've got this going. I can see my preview. Let's see if I can see my own stream here. It's coming, I guess. Well, welcome everybody. I've got some things planned for today. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 different things to talk about. So I'm interested in getting right into it. D&G Explorers, welcome, dilly dilly indeed. Thanks for being here. Let's see if I can get everything to work. Things should go swimmingly. The first thing I want to do, I don't know if it's going to work. I wanted to play an intro video right here, and I have no idea that it worked at all. But apparently Disney Parks released a new video talking about their new Hollywood Studios 30th anniversary logos. Let me see. I've got this right here. Here's one of them. It features Lightning McQueen on there. Hollywood Studios 30 years. And they released a video to go with it. And if it works, I'm going to play it right now. Let's try it here. Got to double click it. It's not working. Okay. It works in the lucky minute. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I'm using Streamlabs OBS, and when I set everything up, there's everything on the screen. And then I start the stream, and then it's a different setup.
Hey,
let me try this. Oh, is it playing?
Cable Guy, and I'm here at the outstanding Disney's Hollywood Studios. And me
Thank
and
you,
my buddy
D&G,
Laser,
for
we all
tweeting out the
wrapped
live
up
show.
with a brand new Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy. That's where you get to go face to face with a racing legend. Who would that be? That's our buddy, Lightning McQueen. Hoo-hoo-hoo! Dadgum! He's my best friend.
Let's see.
Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy.
I can see the preview playing. I hope you can.
Hollywood Studios celebrates its 30th anniversary. Pretty soon you're going to see new anniversary logos featuring your favorite Cars friends from Radiator Springs. Woohoo! Dadgum! Take a look at this. Mater's got his own Disney's Hollywood Studios logo. Hey, what are you waiting on? So let's go. Start your engines and rev it on up to experience Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy, March 31st. Let's go. Get her done. I'm going now.
Thank you, Lucky Minute, for letting me know. I think I've got it straightened out now. This is an announcement about the different logos that they are unveiling for Hollywood Studios 30th anniversary. So I just wanted to throw that up there and show you. I thought that was pretty cool. I've got the Lightning McQueen logo behind me. So and you saw a few of the others in the video. Did I ever let anybody know? I saw Larry the Cable Guy in Orlando once. I was in the same elevator he was. My family was staying at the Rosin Shingle Creek, which is closer to SeaWorld. And we had ordered food in one of the restaurants, but we took it up to our room. We had a beautiful room that stay. And we ate our food, and we had all these to-go containers that had a old food smell to it. We just wanted them out of our room. And there was no garbage can immediately on our floor. So I knew of garbage cans in the lobby. So I hopped in the elevator with my giant bag full of styrofoam, empty styrofoam used food containers. So anyway, I'm alone in the elevator. It goes down a few floors, and it stops, and 4 or 5 guys join me in the elevator. and I recognize one of them as Larry the Cable Guy. He must have been in town for a Disney event, or maybe he had a show or something, and he and what amounted to be his entourage joined me in the elevator, and we didn't say much. I didn't approach him. I'm not one to go up to somebody and ask for an autograph or a picture or something. Not that I'm the biggest Larry the Cable Guy fan in the world. I mean, he's the voice of Mater, of course, so that's pretty cool. I'm not that familiar with his work anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm getting off topic. But he did, and at first I wasn't sure it was him because he took a place to my side, so I couldn't, and I didn't want to stare. But then we get in the elevator, doors close, we start descending again, and I heard him say, "Oh, it smells good." Like he could smell our food containers still smelled good to him. He must have been hungry. They smelled like garbage to me. They didn't smell bad. They just smelled like old food that we had just eaten, and I was stuffed, so I certainly wasn't hungry. But when he said that, it sounded like Mater. It sounded like Larry the Cable Guy, so I knew for sure it was him. And I didn't have the heart to tell him that I had a bag full of garbage that he loved the smell of. So, when we first got the food, it was wonderful. It did smell great. So, let's see who's... Oh, wait. Okay, again, if this works. I got a chat check here. We have Sherritt Coos with Steve's World. Bill Musselman, thank you guys for joining me on this Tuesday live stream. If you hear strange noises, I went on live Sunday, and the strange noise then was my neighbor pressure washing. Tonight's strange noise is that it's raining here in Central Florida. So, and it has rained since about 2 o'clock, and it's going to rain all night. Not that we couldn't use it, but and when I do a live stream, I do it in one of our garages. That sounds like we have a mansion with many garages. We have what amounts to be a 3-car garage, but it's separated. So we have 2-car garage and a 1-car garage. I'm in the 1-car garage, which my family calls the man cave. So I'm in the man cave, I guess, and so you might be able to hear the rain easier because I'm in here than if I were to do this in the house. Anyway, so that's that. Busy Mama Perino, thank you for joining us. Hello from Michigan. We just spoke to my grandmother, who celebrated her 94th birthday. So we called her up, and she was telling us about the crazy windstorm that they had for about 24 hours. So I don't know, Busy Mama, if that affected you at all, but she was, it was a big deal to her. She hadn't seen anything like that. So I see that it says you're trying to stay warm. Absolutely. She also mentioned it was about 20 degrees there. So, yeah, I don't know if you... I did see news footage of near Niagara Falls, and the wind was pushing blocks of ice up onto the up from the river and up onto nearly a street that was right there. It was amazing to see that. She does say the wind was crazy, a lot of power outages. My grandmother, who lives in the Detroit area, said that at one time there were about 100,000 people without power. So Steve's World is in Indiana. He had those winds too. That is amazing. Occasionally, we'll get high winds here in Florida during hurricane season and whatnot. But when I lived in Michigan, an occasional tornado. I never actually witnessed a tornado. But that's about the extent of it, the occasional tornado warning. Disney World Adventures, thank you for being here. But certainly nothing like the wind I'm hearing about this past weekend. So that's amazing. Okay, next. On Sunday, I went on live to do my Academy Award picks, and I didn't want to talk too much about it because it's over, it's old news. But I did some picks, and I also know that Rob Fuzz and his Pub Talk guys, Adam and Disney Dan and others, they made their picks, and I wanted to make mine too. This is going to sound silly and foolish, but I almost minored in film in college. So I had a great interest in film at one time in my life. I still do. I still love movies. But I fancied myself very knowledgeable, I guess more than more than most about movies, and I always thought I was pretty good at picking the Oscars, although I haven't done that in a while, really. And I wanted to do it right before Sunday's show, so I went on at 7 o'clock and did my picks. Now, I don't see as many movies as I used to, and I know that on Rob Fuzz, on that Pub Talk live stream that they do, the person that picked the most correctly, I believe it was Adam, and he picked 15 out of 24. And I thought I heard him say he saw over 20 of the movies, or I don't know if he saw 20 of the movies that were nominated for Academy Awards, but he saw over 20 of the movies he wanted to see, which was a lot more than me. I went through the list of movies that were nominated, and of all of the feature-length movies, I saw 9 of the ones that were nominated. Anyway, I picked 14 out of 24 correct. And, hindsight's 20/20. After seeing the awards show and my results, I realized I made a couple of foolish choices. But I was kind of proud of myself because I don't get to the movies as often as I used to. But there's a formula. I guess what my point in doing all of that was, there's this kind of formula where it seems like you can tell which movie's going to win what. And on Sunday, one of my examples was they usually award a movie one of the screenwriting awards when they know it's not going to win anything else. One of the points I made was Pulp Fiction. That year it was up against Forrest Gump, and Forrest Gump won everything. But they gave Quentin Tarantino original screenplay Academy Award, and I think that's all he won that year. And the same thing happened on Sunday. Spike Lee finally won an Academy Award for Black Klansman, which was a great movie, but it's the only thing it won on Sunday. And that, again, I had counted on that winning that award, so that was one of the picks I made. I'm not going to go through all of them. I just wanted to, because I mentioned on Sunday that I would talk about it on Tuesday. So I picked more than half, which is all right. And a couple of these categories, for example, the documentaries, both documentary, short subject and feature-length ones, I hadn't seen any of those nominees, so I didn't get those right. But that's that. I love movies. I always enjoy watching the Academy Awards. Let's do a chat check. Back to the wind. Bill Musselman says it was crazy windy in New Jersey. Disney Nerd Herders, welcome to the stream. Yes, indeed. Please hit the like button. That would be wonderful. Thanks. Steve's World says he didn't agree with a lot of the winners. Again, I didn't see many of the movies. I did see Black Klansman, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was awesome. And I wish it would have won more. So I guess in that respect, I didn't agree that it didn't win more. But I can't say for certain it deserved to win them or not. But I thought the award show itself was enjoyable. It was a little bit different. They touted it as being without a host, although what does a host do anyway, except at the beginning of the show they kind of do a monologue, maybe a song and dance. On Sunday, they had Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, and Maya Rudolph come out, and they kind of did a very abbreviated monologue, what a host would do. So, you know, is a host necessary? No. They don't do much anyway. And then throughout the show, they would come back and do these unnecessary little funny things before introducing another presenter. But again, quite often, the announcer, in-house announcer, would just announce the new presenters anyway. So that's what they did. Busy Mama Perino. I missed the Oscars. Was at the Chinese Theater on a Saturday before the Oscars a few years ago. That's cool. With your husband and his two brothers to try to sneak and touch the red carpet. Wow. And security escorted them away. That's hilarious. A Collier. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. What else we got? Disney Nerd Herders did not watch. They said they weren't going to watch. Bette Midler was very good, says D&G Explorers. She was. And she looked great. She hasn't changed in about 20 years. She looks the same. It's amazing. Disney Nerd Herders, they're in Massachusetts, and they are getting the strong winds. Are you getting them now? Are you getting the strong winds now that the Midwest got a day or two ago? I'm assuming that's what's going on. And D&G Explorer says they have rain on the way. And their friends are being evacuated for floods. Holy cow. Good grief. Things are tough all over. It's raining here. I don't want to make light of that. That was poor form. Okay. Sorry, but let's move on. I've got some news about Epcot I saw. And this is a news about a new exhibit and a new... They're going to eventually redo the entrance to the park. So I have a news story here. I got to call it up on my phone. I took a picture of the screen. So anyway, there's a new pavilion. You can see the picture behind me, and I think I have it here as well. So here it is. This is an artist rendering, and this is not mine, of course. I got this. You can see in the bottom right. It's from Disney, straight from Disney Pixar. But this is, it's going to be very interactive. And let me just read to you what Zach Ridley from Walt Disney Imagineering has to say about this. It's going to be an innovative new pavilion. It's beyond anything we've ever created and is completely unique to Epcot. Built on the power of play, it introduces an immersive and interactive quote, city where you can explore, create, and interact with some of your favorite Disney characters. This is an experience worthy of our bold vision for Epcot and another signature element of our transformation. So I don't know if you can see that this is going to be, what you're looking at is going to be inside of a building. And darn it, I wish I could remember where it's going to be. It's going to be in an older building, so and it's not going to be ready. Rather, they will have it ready for the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. But so that's pretty neat. They're going to make Future World. They're going to make even more changes to that. And I agree, Busy Mama, that does look amazing. I can't wait. I know that's just an artist rendering, and little kids aren't actually going to hold Mickey Mouse's hand, I don't think. Well, who knows? Maybe they will. I don't know. But what also is cool about that rendering is they've thrown in a lot of Disney and Pixar characters. Actually, maybe just Disney characters. But I think over on the very left, that's Edna Mode. And then you've got a Zootopia dude on the right. And Olaf kind of in the middle right. It's a pretty neat. They've got a lot of Easter eggs, as it were, in this artist rendering. So yeah, and I don't know if you can see it right about there. It says Wedway. So which is what they used to call the People Mover. So I don't know everything. There weren't a ton of details, but that's going to be a pretty cool area, I hope. Future World has had some duds, but we'll see. I'm very hopeful. But also, they have planned a reimagining of the entrance, and there is also an artist rendering of that. Let me here. There it is. Let me give you guys a better look at it. Here it is. And the first thing I saw right away is they are getting rid of those monoliths with those burned-in images of people's mugshots. That's what it looks like to me. Steve World says that's going to be in the Festival Center. And that's got a pretty high ceiling. And I'm talking about the previous story. Thank you, Steve. That's good to know. Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice big building. What they have here is... What else was there? You've got... reading through here... New pathways, sweeping green spaces, and a newly imagined fountain. Can you see the fountain right in front of Spaceship Earth there? Currently, it's surrounded by rocks. That has water cascading down the rocks. This looks like it has some sort of spire in the middle. But I'm very excited that they're going to replace those silly monoliths with trees and stuff. This looks fantastic. It looks so open, and hopefully there'll be shade in that area. Not that you spend a ton of time in that area, but people take pictures there of Spaceship Earth all the time. So, if there's a shaded area, it kind of looks like a neat place to hang out the way that is. So, I thought this was really cool news. Maybe even better than the previous thing I just talked about. The Lucky Minute says, but you can see the sky, so it's going to be different. Ari Stein, thank you for joining us today. I think the new entrance will look nice, Syracuse. I agree. A Collier says, what's going to happen to the mugshots? Good question. This is something my wife, when we walk by that thing, quite often she'll say, in the future, when future civilizations or aliens come by and they dig up these silly monoliths, they're going to think this is how we communicated at one time or something, or how we recorded our history. And, maybe at one time that was a good idea to put those there, but I think their time has come and gone. Well, I'm here. I guess I was looking at the chat, so I'm going to check it. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I let that go. I let that go too long. It disappeared on me. So, Busy Mama Perino is wanting to plan a Disney World vacation in 2021. I hope you can make that happen, because that is the 50th anniversary of Walt Disney World. They're going to have a ton of stuff going on. That'll be an amazing year to have a vacation there. And Shirkus says, I wonder if it will be projections. You mean on Spaceship Earth there? They already do that every once in a while. When the movie Rogue One opened up, do you remember? Or I don't know if you're aware. There was an event at Epcot, and they projected the Death Star onto Spaceship Earth. It was really neat. So certainly, that would be super easy to do. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. What else do we have here? Okay. Oh, during I'm moving on to my next thing. During the Academy Awards, they released another look at The Lion King. So it was another trailer. I did see it. I don't know if there's anything new in it, but I'm going to play it right here, and we'll watch it together. As a matter of fact, I have to change my headphones here so that I can hear it. Okay, here we go. All right, this is what was shown during the Academy Awards. It's only, I don't know if it's 30 seconds or 60 seconds, but I'm going to play it here. Maybe I'll play it twice. Here we go.
It is time.
That's exciting. That looks great. I got to change my headset now. Where'd they go? Now I can't. Oh, here it is. Yeah, that's better. As I watch that, I'm reminded of what Derek from D&G Explorers likes about the original Lion King. At the beginning of the movie, after Simba is lifted into the air, there is that title card that comes up with a punch of the drums, and it happens again at the end of the movie. And they had that in this trailer as well. So I saw that happen, and I thought of Derek's words, and I agreed with him. That's a very cool part of the movie, and it's so simple, but gets you very excited for the movie you're about to watch. Also, I think if there's anything different, maybe it's that they said it's from the makers of the Jungle Book. I don't know if I've seen that in a trailer before. But that's Jon Favreau, who also has a hand in a lot of the Marvel movies. And Elf, he directed Elf. But the Jungle Book was amazing. And the animals, that animation looked great. You got to remember that when you watch that, and I'll show it again, but that is all computer generated. There are no animals in this movie, no real animals. So, and it looks incredible. You know, when you animate, not you, I don't know if you're animators or not. I kind of doubt you are. I'm not. But when animators make a movie, an animated movie like that, you know, they can create facial expressions and stuff like that, you know, a real animal can't make. When they make computer-generated animals as realistic as this, I think you've got to provide emotion in other ways. I know in the Jungle Book, there were, you know, some tricks with the eyebrows of the animals, and certainly through the voice acting, that's where a lot of the emotion's going to come through. I would imagine this is going to be similar, but also I wouldn't be surprised if there have been, you know, strides made in animation or you know, CGI in some way. I wonder if it's going to look a lot better than the Jungle Book, which looked amazing. So I don't really know. Let me do a chat check here. Shiriku says Simba is so stinking cute. He was, indeed. She wasn't the only one to say that. Wonder Seth. I disappeared. Sorry, I let the thing go. Busy Mama Perino says my kids really like the Jungle Book. I did too, and I just watched it again recently because I showed it to one of my classes. I'm a teacher, so I showed it to one of my classes, and at first they weren't thrilled about it, but then they got into it and they ended up enjoying it. What's neat about it is they used some of the songs from the animated Disney animated feature, The Jungle Book. So you can't go wrong with Bill Murray singing about the bare necessities, I guess. D&G Explorers, not like Jafar in the live action. We watched the live action trailer for the Aladdin movie that's coming up, and we weren't thrilled with the person that played Jafar. He didn't sound as sinister and didn't have as deep a voice as the Jafar in the original Aladdin. So, but we'll see. Not that Jafar will be any less mean and nasty. So I guess we'll see. Disney Nerd Herders. Charlie says Aladdin trailer doesn't do anything for. I'll just say don't discount it. You don't. It's hard to tell with just that short trailer, and it was a teaser trailer. Also, the original Aladdin, the great joy in that movie is the genie, and they're not going to replicate the same magic of that genie, but hopefully Will Smith can bring his own magic, and I'm hopeful. I hope that it's really good. I do want to watch it again, though. Let's watch the Lion King trailer one more time.
It is time.
That's what I was talking about. The thing about that movie is the cast. That's an all-star cast, of course. I saw in the chat D&G Explorers, I believe, said something about Scar better be, if I can find it. Let's see. He said something about Scar. Scar better have a scary voice. The Scar will be voiced by, and I'm not going to get the name completely right, Chiwetel Ejiofor. No, that's not. I can't say his last name. I'm so sorry. But he's the actor from 12 Years a Slave. He was also in Doctor Strange more recently. He was in the Martian, where he played one of the NASA scientists. He has a British accent, much like Jeremy Irons did. So I think he can bring it. I think he's going to have a great voice for Scar. The Lucky Minute says, Will Smith is very playful. I think it'll be good talking about Aladdin. I agree. I'm not, not discounting him. They hired him for a reason. I think he's going to deliver. At least I hope he does. Does anyone else get goosebumps watching the Lion King trailer? Yes, and when you see that title card fill the screen, Lion King, and that drum hits, boom, just like in the original movie. That's really cool. And the way that what do they call that? Pride Rock. Yeah, it looks just like the movie. That's very very cool. It's just going to be different. We're used to seeing all of our favorite characters from that movie look one way, and now they look almost, if not exactly, like real animals. So that's going to be different. Well, that's it for me, everybody. Thank you so much for being here and joining me. Hope you enjoyed the information. I want to thank everybody for joining in on the chat. I do want to promote my support channel, D&G Explorers. They go live every Wednesday. They'll be going live tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. It is their cruising show, and they are going to be talking about using a travel agent. So that'll be cool. And also, they will be announcing their group cruise. Was I supposed to say that? I guess hopefully just the specifics will be a surprise. I don't know. I apologize if I screwed that up. But yeah, using a travel agent, that'll be cool because I've never used a travel agent. I've always done it on my own. So with that, please watch them tomorrow. I'll be there, and I hope you will be too. Sounds like the rain has let up, if not stopped altogether. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night, and I will see you next Tuesday, right here, 7:30. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night.